Hello and welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful day. In this video, I'm going to be showing a new product from Spellbinders, and this is something new for our BetterPress systems. This is called Thank You Blooms, and there's also another one in this collection called Blooming Gardens. This is from the BetterPress Place and Press Registration Collection. I know that's a mouthful, but let me show you what this does. It is so much fun because it allows you to use your different colors of ink to make BetterPress cards. So this is the template right here. And I'm going to cut this out on the red line. This is what you're going to tape onto the chase so that you know where each plate goes. And this is called the registration template. So Spellbinders sent me out a beautiful Christmas card using a BetterPress system, and it had multiple colors on it. So I knew, or at least I had an inkling, that something like this was in the works. And I'm so excited about this because it's kind of hard to use different colors on one plate. It's kind of messy. So I'm going to start with the red lines and line up the two plates here. This is my first time playing with it, and you have to make sure that you get the plates in the right place. You have to fit in the lines perfectly, so I had to flip those two plates. I'm also going to show you some new ink colors from Spellbinders. I love it when they come out with new inks and new cardstocks. So these are the two brand new sets, and I love that there's lots of pinks and teals. I like to store them in a little tin box. I'll have the links to these below. They're sure handy to organize your inks. I need to buy one more, actually. I ran out of room with the two tins that I have. And these inks also come with re-inkers. So I need to figure out what color I'm going to choose first for these two plates. Let's pull out all of the options. I also love that there's a gray ink in this new collection. So I'm going to start out with a pink. Couldn't resist. This one is called Garnet. I gently press and twist the ink pad over the plate. And if the plates get out of alignment, I can just kind of push it back in place, like so. I like to give it plenty of ink so that when I run it through the Platinum 6, it looks dark enough. Put the door on. I'm using a piece of porcelain cardstock. It's cotton cardstock. And let's see how this first layer turned out. Isn't that beautiful? I'll use my magnetic tool to pull the plates off. I'll clean these in just a minute. I was just so excited to continue on to see how this is going to work out. The next color I'm going to use is the gray. The next two plates I'll put in the purple lines. And then I'll ink them up. This beautiful gray ink is called Thunder. Ink up the top plate. And then I can put the door back on the BetterPress system. And again, I'll run it through my Platinum 6 off camera. And I'll show you what the next layer looks like. Oh, I love the pink and the gray together. Okay, so the next layer, the third layer, I'm going to use some teal ink. The one I'm using is called Teal Topaz. This is such a fun plate system to work with. I want to pick up the other one now and play with that one. Okay, let's see how the leaves turned out. Oh, so pretty with the teal. And the last plate is the thank you. And this I'm going to ink up with mahogany, kind of a deep purpley brown. Oh no, it's not mahogany, it's mulberry. And again, I'm just pressing and gently twisting. Get this plate good and inky. I love this large sentiment in the middle of the card. Put the door back on. I know this has a name, but I'm just going to call it a door. Run it through the Platinum 6 again, and here is layer number 4, and it turned out beautifully. Now, you could leave it just like that, and it's stunning, but I wanted to pull out my Prismacolor color pencils and add just a little bit of color to the blooms. I found a pencil that was pretty close to the pink garnet ink, and I'm just gently going over the petals. I'm not bringing the color all the way to the tips of the petals. I wanted to find one color darker to add some shading. That just makes it pop a little bit more with a darker pencil. I'll color in the centers of these flowers with a yellow ochre and a brown. Add more shading. And I'm going to do this with all of the blooms, even the gray ones. I'll do that off camera. The last thing I'm going to do to this card is to add some ink around the edges. This one is called Mahogany, and it is Distress Oxide ink. This will make the center of the card really pop because I'm not going to cover the card panel completely with this ink. I'm calling this done. I'm just going to attach it to a card base. And here it is. Let me give you a nice close-up look. It's hard to see the texture that the plates and the machine press into the paper, but it has a beautiful texture to it. So I created another card off camera using more of the brand new inks. And this time I didn't color them in, but I did add some stickles on the centers of these flowers. And I used the gray ink for the sentiment. The blue ink is Azure and the pink is Wild Berry. Here they are. And then the stickles I had in my stash. The pink one is called Hibiscus, and I can't find a name on the blue one, so I don't know what that's called. I'll link the stickles in the description box below if I can find those, as well as everything else that I used to create these cards. I hope you enjoyed this look at some brand new plates from Spellbinders. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back again really soon with another video. Bye!